niggas that you told on, they just got released. Blow so strong to pack 90 feet. Snow cones and low pro rims factory. El Satchel Page, what's the fucking verdict? No more happy days, double cup of curtains, crabs in the barrel. He a fucking hermit, youngest snap him, take his frame. Every
Your octaves are trash. If no one ever told you how you are, your R's are rough.
If this is the song you're playing, we can all sing along.
Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship our faces through. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship our faces through. Yo, yo, yo.
I was muted. Yo, yo, yo. What's good, gang? Welcome in. Welcome in. What's up, crew? I'm sorry, Black Auto Alerts are turned off. What's up, y'all? Welcome in. Welcome in. The dude. I won't hold her. I know she like, this motherfucker is just talking too goddamn much. Yeah, I know it's gonna take some work to stop that process. But either way, we ain't gonna hold her. Let me introduce y'all to my first guest. She is one of the lovely no nonsense commanders here on the SS Minnow Johnson. One of the first people that I had got introduced to. In these Twitch streets. Shout outs to the homie Dip Gaming for being that doorway into the people that I've met on Twitch. Nye being one of the key members that I met, and this person being another key member as well. She's been such a lovely supporter and just a genuine person to be around and hang out and show me a lot of different advice and kind of point me in a direction that kind of works with my that does work with my talent and my ability. Man, you can low key put her in a category of Twitch management to a certain degree. But let me introduce y'all to my friend, my homegirl, LalaTheMenace. Let me pull the scene up. Lala, you can undeafen it if you choose to. Look, oh my god, look, she was ready. She was ready. She was ready. Are you muted? You are muted. There you
Hi.
go. Hi. Well, first off, I don't know why I say y'all names like this. I don't know what is it. Is it just the energy of I don't know, just seeing y'all and maybe just the excitement, just be like, you know, I fucking lose it. Hi, la. Oh my god.
Hi, Roger.
How you doing today?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good, you know. I had a late night. And that's because you know,
yeah.
you
I wonder why.
It just
Hi, chat.
hi. Can y'all hear Lala? Y'all hear Lala? Is everything lining up right? Man, say my name dry and with anger in his soul. No, it's because, you know, first off, so I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back to that. Not you triggering me. You mother. Okay. Oh, oh my god. Oh god. You know what? I'll come back to this. But we had a late night. We had a late night because I found out that I am what you call, not you lurking and running. I am called a late minute master. Or last minute master. Sorry, my last minute master. It could be because I am a procrastinator to a certain degree. Uh just a certain degree. Not a master's degree, but like a certain degree. So like maybe like an associate's degree. Like maybe like that. But
It's a
nonetheless,
doctorate.
it's a doctorate.
Yeah. You're the master of the master of procrastination. I have witnesses.
What's up, kid? Who's on air with you? Hold on, make sure I'm putting the right
Hi,
direction.
boo.
The menace. Oh my god. So last minute master, I'm hollering. Yeah. So Lala, first off, you're our first guest here. Welcome in to the show.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
I'm okay. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm nervous at the same time.
Same.
I haven't been nervous on stream in a while to kind of put it in perspective.
Yeah. Are you afraid of what I'm gonna say?
No, not at all. Cause we're gonna be ourselves 100%. Like, so, we got 2 hours, you better make the best of it, right?
Minutes for us.
Like, hi Daners. Welcome in, Dana. Which is literally like you said, it could be 5 minutes. I don't even know we're probably like 30 minutes in now. As far as I think it's like 30 minutes. It could be a little bit longer.
Whole hour's down. First question not even commenced. Ain't that something?
You're talking to us more than Lala, and that's wild. Absolutely not. I had a thought on where I was like, should I even respond to chat? But then, like, I feel like y'all would get more rowdier if I didn't. Like, you'll just see the wild shit just pop up on the feed, and then it just
Let the chaos commence.
Lala the
Do
Menace is
Do it.
on our first show. What does it mean to you to be a menace?
Oof. Wreak havoc. That's my job. Like that. I was given the crown of fuck shit up, and I carry that crown proudly. So when I go into, especially if it's a person that I love and cherish and is near and dear to my heart, I'm fucking up your chat. That's my job. If that's me saying wild stuff, if that's dropping bits or subs, I'm gonna make sure that I cause destruction, good or bad. That's my job.
I honestly would not have it any other way. Because in the end of it too is like it's content, and you're there to help add your secret sauce into the mix of this content creation plate. You know what I'm saying? So
secret sauce, huh? Oh, all right. Is that like a mustard and ketchup combination secret sauce, or
what would be your secret sauce to add to the dish of content creation? What would that be? What would chaos taste like? Would you?
I can't say that. On my platform, totally will say it. On yours, I can't. I will give you the Mother Teresa. It's gonna be like a mayonnaise concoction. A little vanilla bean flavor. Yeah. That's the square bear answer I can give you. On my platform, toxicity.
If you guys never been on a Lala, if you've never been to a LalaTheMenace stream, yeah, first of all, can we get an hour for Lala? Be sure to follow her. Be sure to check her out. She's part of the no nonsense gang here, but it's full blown Lala, 100% Lala. Lala say whatever comes to her mind, and she says it with pride. Okay, Lala, let me ask you this: how did you get to this point where you can be speak your mind so freely on Twitch or any platform, to be honest, as long as it's your name on it? what was the gateway to you becoming such a free mind and speak your mind so freely?
Uh, um, life. I used to be a very shy, timid, quiet, reserved. I know it's hard to believe, clutch your pearls, person. Um, I really didn't voice my opinions. I kind of just took it, shut up, moved on, kind of thing. And believe it or not, my turning point was the pandemic. The pandemic helped me realize that I have a voice and that I should use it and I shouldn't stand on bullshit. And if you don't like who I am or what I stand for, fuck you. And I used to also be a person that was concerned about how people perceived me, how I was viewed in the public eye, and I did not care anymore. I got tired of growing up in a household. I mean, I was born Catholic, converted Jewish, and then I converted myself to Christianity. I was always told what to do, who to believe in, who to eat, where to drink, where to sleep, how to act, how to dress. And I got tired of that to where I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I feel like doing. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, see ya. I don't care. So now I'm at a point where I don't care if you're my boss. I don't care if you're my pastor. I don't care if you the motherfucker that's licking my clit. I do not care about what you think. It's either you rock with me or you kick rocks. It's one or the other. There is no middle ground with me. Said
Okay.
what I said. Said what I
Okay.
said.
Also, shout outs to Z for the gifted sub to Stream Elements. He said this shit is ghetto. We're not
Oh,
gonna keep it like this. I don't appreciate you, Roger, not giving your Stream Elements a sub. Which, on a side note, why Twitch? Why do I have to give my own bot a sub to work my? I,
mhm.
I've, I've never understood that. So you said that the beginning of the pandemic was your kind of your transition into becoming
Mhm.
the the menace that we know and love dearly here, right?
Yeah.
You also mentioned that pre-pandemic you were more reserved and more well you're still a calm person but just on the more reserved side and
Mhm.
um take us back a little bit to that pre I was gonna say pre time skip which
Oh.
I like take us back
Yeah, I'm
to
Steve Urkel and I went to a chamber and I just
uh, I'm sorry. I watch a lot of One Piece, and that is a device that they used in the
Oh,
show,
okay.
and then it was just like that's kind of how I look at myself too, from pre-pandemic Roger,
Right.
pre-time skip Roger to current Roger. Um, tell me about this. Where did you predominantly grow up? If you don't mind me
I was
asking, you don't have to
I
dox
was
yourself or
born.
anything like.
Nah,
Okay.
I don't. I'm an open book. I was born in Havana, Cuba.
Mhm,
I was raised in San Diego and Los Angeles, California, and that's pretty much where I put my stamp.
mhm,
When I was, oh God, that was so long ago, 32,
mhm.
I moved to Washington D.C. And believe it or not, that's when I learned about my Black and Cuban cultures. Was when I was
Mm.
32 years old. That was also a place and a time where I met my biological father. Um, a lot of things were learned in Washington. Was I 32 or 34? I don't remember. I was old. I was in my 30s. Um, I learned a lot about my culture, who I am, what I should believe in, and how I should believe it when I moved to Washington, D.C.
Okay, that's beautiful. First off,
Mhm.
um, you mentioned that that was you when you first met your biological father. What
Yeah.
was the biggest? First off, is he the on the Cuban side or in the on the other side or the black side of you?
He's Cuban. My mother is from Louisiana.
Okay,
So
so
that's the southern side, and then he's the Cuban side, and he currently lives down south. He lives in Mississippi. Um, But yeah, that's where I get the Espanol from.
Okay. What was the biggest lesson that you learned from him during that time when y'all were together for the first time in 30 plus years?
Two things. I'm a sensitive motherfucker just like he is.
Mm.
I am a spitting image of my father. If we stood stand by if we stood side by side, we're twins. I am a male, I am a female version of my father, which is like really disturbing. Um on the second side, I have an eye condition. I don't know if you could see it, called keratoconus.
Mhm.
Um, and we both have the same eye condition in the same exact eye. We can only wear a contact lens in our right eye. We cannot wear a contact lens in our left eye. I have a more advanced version where you see the discoloration in both eyes,
Mhm.
brown, blue. He still has his natural brown eyes, but mine's is the one that transitioned to the blue. I wear the glasses to hide the discoloration of the two because humans are weird and say weird things. So that's why you'll see me when I'm streaming. These are not prescription glasses. These are a computerized uh, lens that it hides it's blue eye lenses. So
Okay.
it hides my blue eye so people don't ask me so many questions while I'm streaming, which happens a lot. I don't mind talking about my condition at all. It's more so the randos that come in and it's like you look weird. And I, as a human being, seeing things like that annoy me
Mhm.
because I feel like I have to say my story all over again. And I feel like a human explanatory.
Mm.
So if I can avoid that and only explain to people that truly care about me, then it'll just make my life a lot easier.
Got you. I had no idea actually. When you had spoke with me about it, I didn't know what the name of the condition was
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
really what the condition was at all. Um, exactly. Let me ask you this: Why does how can I ask this?
There's no sensitivities with me, Roger.
No, it's not. It's not a sensitivity thing.
Okay.
But what caused the condition to level up and change the color in your eye? What was if you know and if you want to answer that?
I do. There's a variation of things. This is something that's hereditary.
Okay.
Keratoconus is caused by, off of my own discoveries, excessive eye rubbing.
Okay.
You're changing how you're changing the form of your eye. The eye is round, the
Mhm.
cornea. That's why it's called keratoconus. It protrudes out like a cone because you are digging in your eye, you're rubbing it, and it's changing the actual form of the eye from a circle to a cone.
Okay.
And that's what happened. So when I was growing up, I was I was always rubbing my eye, and it changed the form of my actual eye cornea. When I was 22 years old is when I went from a 20/20 vision. My right eye is 220, 820, 20, 540.
Mm.
That's my vision. And if you were to look at that, that says legally blind. You can't see anything. I have I can only drive during certain times, and I have a very strict driver's license when it comes to my restrictions because of the vision.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to correct it, it's a $500,000 cosmetic non-covered procedure. The recovery time behind it is 3 to 6 months, and it's a possibility that my body will reject the cornea. So it's a high risk.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point in my life, I just wear corrective lenses for the time being until I have enough funds, to which I'm pretty close to it. I'm probably like 200K away from it
Okay.
to make sure to get the surgery done. And I hope to get it done by the end of 2024.
Got you.
But it's hereditary.
Okay. I first I like I said, like this is really all new to me.
Mhm.
Um and I appreciate you for opening up on here and being, you know what I'm saying, being honest about what's going on.
Yeah,
It could be
absolutely.
difficult, and like you said earlier, people can be very weird. I know you had your experiences with that on Twitch.
Hmm.
And we have here as well, just on the ship. And people don't really realize that, even though, the saying, um sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That shit is completely false.
It's true.
Just people don't know the power of words. The words can literally change someone's whole mindset if they hear the
Yeah.
right thing, or if they hear the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And we've all, I'm pretty sure all of us in chat, anybody that's lurking, has experienced both sides of it. And with that being said, I hope we, after this conversation, anybody in chat can kind of pick up being nicer towards each other, because you really never know what someone's going through at the end of the day. With that being said, first off, what's up, Seti? Welcome in, dog. Welcome in everybody that's pulling up to the first episode of the Pirate Talk. Got the home girl, Lala the Menace. Am I pointing the right way? I'm pointing the wrong way. Lala the Menace. Here at the SS Minnow Johnson. Lala, what? Let me ask you this. I think that's gonna be my phrase, because I think I said it like 3 times. Let me ask you this,
Let me
Lala.
ask you this.
Let me ask you. Yeah, I got a couple of questions for you. Yeah, good. Uh, what was it about this particular community that made you say, I want to be here with this gang? I fucks with this gang. Let's see what this gang happens to do.
Oh, believe it or not, the first time I met you wasn't while you were streaming.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Sensei CJ's Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and your name would pop up. And we would have those 2, 3, 4 a.m. chat sessions about life. Do you remember that?
I do. I do.
That's when I first learned about you. And then I think I happened to stumble across either your name, I had caught you in a stream, and I was like, oh, he streams. Okay. So then I clicked on your name, you were streaming that night, and then that's what gravitated. But it was that initial 2, 3. That's when I was living in DC, those late night chat sessions that we would have about life all the way up to 6 o'clock in the morning. And we're like, we gotta work in the morning.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. First off, shouts out to Sensei CJ. That man's killing the game. Absolutely killing the game.
Yeah.
Those late night sessions, dog. At that time, it's funny. I don't think I was working. I don't think I was working. I think
Yeah.
this was in the beginning of the pandemic, where people were
Hmm.
not hiring, or not interviewing, or not
Yeah.
doing anything, because the whole world said, you need to take your ass on home.
Yep.
You take your ass home, and we'll see y'all in like a month.
Mhm.
So that was during that time, and that was an extremely tough time for me. I know it was an extremely tough time for everybody, but nobody was hiring. I had just I didn't walk away, but they were like, okay, we're gonna let you go on, a week before Christmas, and we'll give you a gift. See you later. Well, you can always recommend. You can use us as a recommendation. I was like, damn, it was a temp
Wow.
job too, so that's how they kind of walked you out. But lost that in December 2019, and then walked in to the pandemic in March.
Wow.
So that time I was not able to work anything like that, and that's kind of where my journey began on Twitch. And at that time, a lot of communities were more accessible and more very very understanding of just people are going through it. People are probably going through their training arc, as you say, with just learning how to be a different person in a scary time. And I really do appreciate those type of moments, and those type of conversations, especially with somebody who didn't have a job and could stay up, and knowing that were people in the Discord hanging out, chatting with us. that had to go to work, but the conversations were so fucking good
Right.
that you didn't want to leave. You knew you would miss something, and I just very appreciative of that. And I didn't know that was when we had first met, because I knew you were in Dip's community, and I think that's where I caught eye of you. But I was like, I had the name BGR and all that shit, but nobody knew who I was. The only person who knew of me was Dip at the time. And he was the first streamer. It was him and another streamer. They were playing Smash every Friday. And that is where I caught wind of Twitch streamers. And then when all that shit went down, that's where I went to first. That was the first community I had entered. So really, I remember the first time I met Lala. Lala, when was the first time you met Dana?
Ooh, here.
Here? Yeah.
Here. I met her here. Yeah, I met her here, and she had a different name. It was still Dana, but it wasn't Dana Amazing. It was she knows.
Yeah,
We've all had different names before we changed them. Damn, I forgot what her name was before. What you mean, nuh-uh? Oh, we about to fight. You've always been Dana Amazing?
Dana, what happened? What,
That's right.
What happened specifically, Dana? Do you remember what happened specifically, Lala?
It had to have been Among Us. I got into a lot of trouble in Dip's community playing Among Us. I was so sensitive. I was so sensitive playing that damn game. I took you personally when they killed me every single time.
I'm weak.
I yeeted you? Oh, I think I accidentally banned her. That's right.
Yeah. Dana.
Okay. All right.
Caught a whole stray. Because
I banned her. I forgot why, but I banned her. I think it was on accident. I think it was like a nip slip. And then I brought her back, and I think I gifted her a sub, and I was like, sorry.
I think that's exactly how it went down. That's how I remember it. It had to be Among Us. Look, Ferris, that was when Among Us really took off. And that's kind of like how I met even more people. Like, it was a great networking game for you to get to know people, and at the same time, when you had to kill someone or be killed, oh my god, it started a lot of different arguments.
Yeah, Among Us is the current version of Monopoly. You will lose friendships. 100%. It starts arguments. You learn who the liars are. You learn the people that just see stuff and don't say nothing. Like, it makes you really understand that if we are all in a forest together, who's going to run towards the body, who's going to run away from the bullets, who's going to snitch, who's going to help the investigator solve the crime. You're going to know who each role belongs to each person. You're going to know. So it's Among Us. If you hate people, play Among Us.
That, you know what? That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. If you want to yeet people and that you don't care about, that's the game to play. That's the community game to play.
You ever had those randoms come through when you were playing Among Us, and then you just automatically knew they were the killer because they didn't. It was a rhythm. You kind of got to know everyone's rhythm, how they did shit. When you got a random, and then you just seeing like bodies in the hallway, and over here by the incubator chamber, and over here by the trash bin, you just like, it had to be the random. This wasn't something they would do. Like, they're way more sneakier over here. Like, and yeah, if you hate people, just play Among Us. That's crazy.
Yeah, like Among Us is bad for me because I'm a private investigator as well. So I manipulated the hell out of people. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, why would you think that I would kill? Like, I would have my camera on and everything. Why would you
Yeah.
think that I would kill you? I would never do that to you. I was standing right beside you. Meanwhile, I was yeeting you in your belly button. Couldn't even feel it. Like, yeah. No, that wasn't me. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. And man, people are like, I can't trust you no more. Not even in real life. I'm like, damn, that's cold.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
playing the game.
That's
I'm
just
just playing the
just
game.
having fun.
Like, I just know that I will solve your murder.
You know, at the very least, yeah, you gonna figure it out. You know,
I would solve your murder. That's crazy. What? You
this
can't trust me.
face. Oh
You
my
can't trust me.
god. I'm
Will you be
weak.
my friend?
Not among us. Not among
Not
us.
among us.
Okay, it's I'm the only among around here. Okay, I'm among myself. Okay, that's what we got going. Okay, all right.
Stay with me.
Nah,
Let's do this together.
nah, we're not holding hands. No, we're
I'm
not.
eating you. I'm eating you.
Let me ask you this too, though. You just mentioned it. You're a private investigator.
I am.
If you can, how did you get into that line of work? Because that's a very unique lane that you don't hear about too often.
Oh, um, my mother has always wanted to be a PI. That was like one of her dreams that she wanted to, but because she got pregnant with me at um 18, that dream kind of went away. So when her focus for me was to always make sure that I stayed in school. I In order for me to afford school, because again, she was a single mother, I had to enroll into boxing because that was the sport at the time, especially for girls.
Mhm.
So I got enrolled into boxing. I traveled all over the world, and instead of getting paid money, I got paid scholarship fund. So because of my travels, I was able to graduate high school when I was 16 years old. And I got my I graduated with honors, and I was a salutatorian, which is like the step down from valedictorian, which prompted me to go to college. Now, while I was in high school, I was still accumulating college credit, so I was already a sophomore by the time I had graduated high school, a
Okay.
sophomore in college. So I already had knocked out my associates at the age of like 17. Went and traveled the world a little bit, came back, got my bachelor's, and then I went back and got my master's. When I got my bachelor's, I actually got my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. I had worked
Mm.
at Six Flags Magic Mountain as a ride developer, made stupid money.
Mhm.
I then said, "This is not what I want to do. Is to develop roller coasters because that it's going to end its time eventually."
Okay.
So I went back to school and wanted to study investigations because I had my nephew had witnessed something that was so dramatic that I wanted to investigate it myself to come up with my own conclusions.
Okay.
So then I started studying, um, got my bachelor's in criminal justice and criminology, and then I got my master's in criminal justice and criminology. Then I got caught doing something I should not have been doing on the internet
Okay.
that prompted the FBI to come to my house. I was like
Ooh.
22. FBI came to my house. They wanted to know what I did, how I did it, who I got in contact with, all kinds of stuff. So essentially, I became like a informant,
Mhm.
right? I could talk about it because the case is closed.
Yeah.
So,
Because there's no way you would have said that without. Well, it's already over with. Like,
this is like 20 years ago. So I essentially became an informant. I didn't snitch on anybody. It was a program that I used that wasn't legal in the States. This was actually a Russian wormhole that was created.
Mm.
So I essentially became an informant, and that's how I got my plug to work with the FBI, the CIA, and the DEA.
Okay.
That then turned into a internship with the Innocence Project. I got the internship with the Innocence Project that prompted me to go to law school. Went to law school, became an attorney in Washington, D.C., New York, Florida, California, Arizona, Texas. Then I went back and became a pro bono attorney for the Innocence Project, making sure that innocent men and women were exonerated for crimes they never committed. And I was able to exonerate 243 men and women.
Let's fucking go.
So that's how I created my PI business. And I'm still do pro bono work. My services are completely free. All I do is just study, and I get paid off of the findings as well as the case conclusions, what it is that we find and discover, and if we're actually able to get it overturned. I also have 2 of my own nonprofit organizations to help resolve the homelessness in San Diego, California. And then, of course, I have my day job where I work for a private university. So
Okay.
I speak busy.
I bet. First off, is any of this on your link tree?
I don't even have a link tree.
Okay, I knew it. I knew it. All these things you got going on, all these things you got going on that you could get support on, and you don't even have a link for us to find it.
I didn't even know what a link tree was until someone told me about it.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, I'm busy.
Welcome in, everybody. Go ahead.
And I just enrolled into my doctorate program, so I'm going through that.
Let's go. Making major plays. Okay, love to see it. I'm going to start dissecting everything you just said. One, what Dana said, such a amazing life. From everything that you just mentioned, from boxing to getting your degrees early, graduating high school at 16, to getting your degrees and lining them up and knocking them down. You know what I'm saying? Just literally just throwing it back on these degrees. Like it's such an amazing process that you've done this. I want to touch on the boxing a little bit, then I'm gonna just work my way down.
Okay.
How many matches did you have in your boxing career?
203.
203 matches.
That's my record. These are official matches, 203. Okay. The unofficials, it's a lot more.
Okay. What would you say the total amount of boxing matches if you had to guess?
Closer to 400.
400 matches.
Yeah, because you have bouts, you have prelims, you have bouts, prelims, practices. Because what people don't know when it comes to certain boxing matches, depending on if it's sponsored or not, sponsored matches, you have a practice, you practice. So you already know what your opponent is like before you actually get to the main event. That's the one thing that people don't know.
Okay.
So a lot of the matches that Mayweather and what's that one dude's name? Pacquiao. Some of those had pre-matches.
Okay. So pre-matches meaning that they would go against each other or somebody who
they would do love taps, to make sure that they're still well conditioned and things like they're not really exposing each other's moves because that's really hard to be able to predict essentially. But it's more so that are you conditioned? Is it safe for you? Is this a safe environment? They're pre-checking your gloves because there are people, and I have been a victim of it because I still have a broken cheekbone because of it, where a girl put a can of Coca-Cola in her glove. And then when she came in to right hook me, I was out cold. That's why I have 3 losses. One of them is because it was a TKO. And it turned out that she had a Coca-Cola can in her glove because we use 16-ounce gloves. You're not able to see it in a 16 because the glove is so big. You see people with brass knuckles. You have people with cutters, box cutters. people actually do this in order to try to win a main event, especially if it got a price tag on.
I did not know this.
People, oh yeah, there are. Boxing is more secure now than it has ever been. But back in in the 90s, oh yeah, it was it was dangerous. I mean, the fact that Tyson can bite off someone's ear, you can bite off someone's ear. You can't do that shit now. We're more protected. That's the whole reason why we have mouthpieces.
Yeah, you're going to jail.
You should be going to prison for that.
You're going to prison, you know.
Like Holyfield had a whole chunk out of his ear.
You know what's wild on a complete side note. I don't know how tapped in where you are with social media and how with Mike Tyson in general. He has an edible called is it Holyfield? It's Mike Bites. They're called Mike Bites. Yeah. And so Mike Tyson and Holyfield went into business for a product called Mike Bites. And they're literally edibles in the shape of his ear.
I can't believe that.
And you know what? You know what's funny? I was watching. I told you I was been watching a lot of different like podcast interviews, and they had Wiz Khalifa on a Hot Boxing with Mike, and they gave him a gift. He was like, "Wow, it's really in the shape of his ear." Like, then Wiz proceeded to ask, "How did his ear taste when he bit his ear off?" And he was like, "Yeah, that shit tasted terrible."
What is it? I'm not asking. No.
This is the time. This is the time to ask. I don't know the answers. I've never bit off someone's ear, but.
So does that mean that I go create an edible in the shape of my vagina and tell somebody, yo, how does it taste? Well, that's a good idea. Edible pussy.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Like, yes. You know, if what's this young lady name? If Erykah Badu can sell her
pussy in a perfume bottle,
then why wouldn't you be able to make a edible in the shape of your vagina?
Can we talk about that for a minute?
Sure.
I don't know about y'all, like the women in the chat.
Which, by the way, welcome in everybody.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to smell my pussy every day. Like, I already smell my pussy every day. Now that's like ultra smelling my pussy every day. I'll be right back.
Sure. Take your time. I mean, like, how I look at it, like, first off, ladies in the chat, would y'all, if y'all had a deal, you know what I'm saying? Edible company walks up to y'all, say, "Hey, we would like to make an edible in the shape of your vagina, and we're going to offer you $150,000 signing, plus you get a commission on every sale." Would y'all do it?
I'm sorry about that. Being on call is always so fun.
Right. Okay, so Jeannie in a beanie said you got to make it $1 million for her to do it. Also, she said, "Hello, Lala, my queen."
Hi. You gotta make it $1 million to smell your own pussy, or to bottle it up?
To make it edible. If a company approached her and said, "We would like to make an edible out of your vagina, we're offering you $150K plus a commission on each sale, would you do it?" She said she'd make it $1 million. minimum is $1 million.
Nah, I would counter to 300K
Uh-huh.
with a 22% commission off of each sell to make it residual. That's how you're going to get your mill.
Mm.
Because the 22% minus all the sales tax and whatnot will still give you it'd still give you a bracket of 15, which will give you if the edible is what 10 a pack. I don't know how much edibles go. 10 a pack, 15%. That'll give you what 350 off rip.
Yep.
And if you got somebody like Snoop Dogg that likes to eat pussy out of an edible, buy it in bulk, there's your mill. All it takes is another major entity to be able to create it and mass produce it. That's how you go and get your bottom line. Because you have, even though you might say, I say 22% because you got distro, you got marketing, you got sales. There's other people you got to pay. It's going to break you all the way down to 15%. And it might cut you down back to 12 because you got to pay for insurance and all that shit. Big brain. Big brain.
Plus, I guess taste testers too. Which would you have someone who's actually tasted, your vagina and then taste the edible and be like, hey, this shit tastes. Hey, bro, you need to tweak this formula up a little bit. Actually, no, this is not accurate. If you've never, no, we're gonna put this accurate product out. Like, this is how it's gonna work out. Like, I wonder how that would go.
Imagine someone out the woodwork like, this tastes familiar.
I
knew it was familiar. I taste your pussy. Imagine, especially if it's like that weird dude that you dismissed a long time ago. It was like, you never gonna taste my pussy, and then he was like, taste your pussy. Nah. Never mind. Fuck it. We starting from scratch.
I thought we were talking about just coochie shaped gummies. I mean,
we were.
Gummies.
I was still talking about the edible.
Chocolate bars.
Chocolate bars. Imagine. Don't imagine that. What is it gonna look like? Okay.
It would be. You would. You gotta have somebody to be able to shape it in the right direction. So I would assume maybe a actual sculptor would come by and just okay, all right.
You ain't sculpting shit. You better take this pics.
Okay, all right.
You better take this pics in this Instagram filter.
Can you move your thigh back a little? Okay, all right, cool. Now we're gonna get a little bit of that cheekage in there. Okay, cool.
So if we can, if you can put this back, this forward, and then move, then we have an image.
Boom.
That's too much.
That's a lot of work. Plus you gotta pay the sculptor. Who wants to pay the sculptor? That's I can sculpt it myself. With the mirror, just.
What if you sculpt it and it melts and then it's like.
What the?
I can't breathe. This is why we shouldn't be together. This is why.
I mean, listen. The thing about first, we gonna come back to this, but the thing about this talk show is that we actually had a practice run at the talk of this talk show without even knowing it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
me. It
You,
was you.
Watoza.
It was Watoza. It was Chat. And I knew the possibilities were endless when we had two, and a lot of newcomers might not know this, but I'm breaking it down to y'all. We had 2 non-stop hours
Yep.
of vagina jokes.
Yep.
Pure 2 hours of non-stop vagina jokes. And this is how I knew I always knew my community was goated. Like, just from how we was able to even, y'all came here off of a PlayStation 4, no camera, streaming ass pirate,
Yep.
and was kicking it. Views were 32 plus, 42 plus. You know what I'm saying? Just, it was crazy at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all pulled up and you know, just adding y'all own layer and making this little boat I had a actual home. So I'm grateful for everybody that's here, that's pulling up, that's added their own content into ours, that added their own flavor, their own gifts into the mix of this community, making it what it is today. When we did 2 hours of vagina jokes, and not only vagina jokes, but they were funny, they were tasteful, they were I knew as soon as I said it, okay. But they were in good taste. They were not awkward at all.
I hate
Cat was involved. We were involved. And I've never seen that happen on Twitch. Granted, I'm sure there's a lot of shit I've never seen on Twitch that happens on Twitch on a daily, but I've never heard anybody can do that in a stream and no one feels uncomfortable. No one feels like harassed or felt any type of weirdness about the jokes. They were just pure
Roger.
jokes hitting like back and forth. Yes.
I'm not going to let you slide.
Hmm?
When you said the vagina jokes were tasteful. I'm not going to let that slide. That should be illegal. The vagina jokes were tasteful. I'm going to have to put you on timeout.
But
your puns are despicable. Nah. They were tasteful. And then you made the little nah.
I did not.
You skipped over the fact that it was educational because I taught you how a woman squirts.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that. Like, but you was like, you can't.
You can't into it when we're talking about vagina. You ain't slick. Just know that. You see me, see you, see me. See you.
A convention in person, Milani. On a side note, we're gonna come back to this. You know what? No, I'm gonna ask that at the end of the stream. We learned a lot that night too, about squirting. Because I asked the honest question. I was like, how does, you know, the mechanics work? Because, you know, just it's always nice to study. So, hey, Cam, what Cam, Cam, what's up, Cam? Thank you for the resub. About what?
His puns are pissing me off.
I'm sorry, Jeannie. I'm sorry. Did he say mechanics?
Thank you. This man said we got screwdrivers, flatheads, and a wrench.
No, that's not what I said. That's not. Are you talking about how pussy? Yes, but just like.
I didn't know. I was a machine.
I like we machine. You said gal out here like a super soaker.
It's not the transmission. It's the alternator. I hate it here.
You love it here. You love it here. You're on the first episode of Pirate Talk. Let's give it up for LalaTheMenace being our first guest, y'all. Y'all not following Lala, I'll repeat it again. Please be sure to follow her and all of her chaoticness on her Twitch. Okay. Don't you deflect? Maybe needs an oil change. We still talking about this? You're gonna put the blue wire where the red wire was? And the red wire. Torque that thing and change the oil after every drive. You gotta run that thing down till the wheels fall off. True, don't let him run. Hi, sirens. How much have you But I guess this brings me up to, my next topic. You mentioned that during your young days in college, you got in trouble. You got in trouble, not necessarily your fault, just kind of the cards weren't in your favor and things didn't play out the way you wanted to. But in a sense, it was from the outside looking in, it looks like it was a blessing because it led you to your career field today. Do you look at it like that now, or is it still one of those things where you're like, damn, I could have really avoided, I could have went about it a different way?
50-50. I thank God for that cop that used his big brain. It was like, wait, because I was actually going to go to federal prison for 3 years. That's what I was looking at was 3 years for the ring. It was a few of us that got caught up in it. And we were just college kids just thinking that we found a shortcut, and it wasn't a shortcut. It was a long cut. It was a sharp pivot. And he big brained. He was like, wait, we can use these kids to our advantage. Like if we can crack this code, we can blow this case wide open. Why don't you just let's try to see if we do it this way, what will happen? And it actually worked. And if it wasn't for his big brain, I probably would have had an F on my report card for sure. For sure. So it's kind of 50-50. It's one of those situations, hindsight's 2020, right? It's one of those situations where you're like, man, I really could have got caught up and went down a really slippery slope. What would my life have looked like? And then at the same time, it's like, damn, if it wasn't for that blessing, I would not be where I'm at. For me to be 38 years old and to have the life that I have and the endless opportunities that I've had, that was nothing but God's work. It may not have been the most perfect Picasso painting that was painted, but it was still painted regardless. And it was painted in the path specifically for me. So that's how I have to look at things. I don't look at things as a regret. I look at it as a lesson. Now it's up to you if you want to learn that lesson or if you want to continue to make those mistakes. But at some point in time, you have to look back at yourself and say, I made those mistakes. People didn't force me to do this stuff. I made that decision. You need to stand in your shit and own it. So, yeah.
And there's I feel like there's just like there's on a complete random note, just like there's power and crying and releasing that pent up energy that build up to that point. There's power in taking accountability and owning up to your shit,
Mm-hmm.
people can have a certain view on you and say, this is how I think of them, and then see that you took accountability for something, and then that can literally change their whole perspective, and you can end up being like their best friend just off of this
Yeah,
one pivot alone.
it's true.
Um, if you could speak to younger Lala, you know, not as wise Lala, not as more on the menacing side than the current Lala is today,
Uh-huh.
what would be one of the biggest pieces of advice you would give to them?
Don't get married at 19 years old.
Mm,
Um, yeah, that was an interesting time in my life.
yeah,
But don't get married at 19 years old. I was married at 19 and divorced at 24.
got you.
And I think that was probably one of those moments of, as I got older, I realized why I got married young. And I always asked myself that question, like, why was I so boy crazy? Why was I so boys? Because I was yearning for my father. And
Mm,
when I finally got clarity and understanding from my father, by meeting him and talking to him and getting to know what actually happened, my taste in men shifted drastically. It's like that those were the answers that I needed from him. That was kind of like my clarity that this is what you want in men, not this. I was settling for anything. Now I don't settle for shit. The only time I settle is if I'm settling in court. I don't settle for anyone else. So I think that's where the shift also happened too. If we're being honest.
got you. And probably in a sense too, it may have answered some questions from your past you where you was just like, damn, that really that really answered something for a question I had at 6, that I had at 7, that I had at 8,
Yeah.
that I had at 14, like you said, at 19, to answer some of your questions there. So that was one of your huge moments in your life, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see Pops often, or do you talk to Pops often, or?
I talk to Pops all the time. I talk to him all the time. We had a lot of disagreements, and the reason why we had disagreements is because we didn't understand each other,
Mhm.
because we live on two different spectrums, right? But the minute that we're able, now we can have the conversations of, well, this is why I made this decision. He's very supportive, and he's the more reasonable parent. My
Okay.
mom is very old school, very reserved. But she's my rock at the same time. I don't discredit her or whatnot. It's just her outlooks on life are different from mine.
Mhm.
And me and my father are more similar because I'm like a spitting image of him. So he understands where I come from. So I would probably say I'm closer to my mom, but my father understands me a lot better. We could talk about sports. We could talk about hoes. We could talk about Kim Kardashian's lumpy ass. I can't necessarily talk about that with my mom.
Yeah.
Me and my mom just had that conversation when we are talking about sex. I do have these conversations with my mom because I'm genuinely curious.
Mhm.
She does not perform oral. She
Really?
thinks it's disgusting. She thinks that it degrades a woman. She won't touch, kiss, blow, nothing, nothing. And me, on the other hand, I'm just like, she knew when at 19, because there was a situation that happened, and that was the first question. It was so funny. Here's a reenactment, because me and my mom used to drink behind each other because that was the thing back then. Again, I was 19, and the situation happened, and she had a Mountain Dew bottle in her hand, and she goes, You suck dick? And I grabbed the bottle and I said, show do?
Ah!
She said, I'm never drinking behind your ass ever again.
And
have not. Has not. That's a fact. So, yeah, that was the moment she knew she fucked up. Yeah, that was the moment. That was the moment. She really won't ask me more questions to that. She knows that I'm BDSM.
Okay.
But she doesn't want to know the rabbit hole that I'm in because she has seen some of the packages at my house. And I'll tell her, let me know before you come over because I have like my sex swing, I have my straps, I have stuff everywhere.
Mhm.
And one day she came over and had a key, let herself in, and lo and behold, in the middle of my living room is my contraptments. And she goes, "Are you practicing for Circus Olay?" Like, yep, that is exactly what am I doing? And she's like, "Oh, well, what are you performing?" And I was just like, "He's on all fours." She was like, "What?" Oh, hell no, never mind. No, I figured it out. I figured it out. And she walked out my house. And that's when she learned not to pop up at my house.
Yeah.
Without an invitation. So yeah, that's a whole world. That's a whole world that boomer will never walk into a millennial world.
and there you go. That boundary was created. There was nothing else that needed to be said. You will never have this happening ever again in life.
Yeah, she learned. I mean, she learned. It's fine. Like sometimes parents need to learn. You don't just walk up at my house.
Yeah. I'm your child, but I'm not your kid.
Anal beads.
Like I'm your child, but I'm not your kid.
That's a fact.
I'm a full-grown adult. Okay, you come over here without calling. you may
anal beads.
you may run into a situation where you're coming in and people are coming out and
hey yo.
Go ahead.
People?
What's up, Cadillac?
This nigga just called me a ho ho.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Christmas.
I didn't even. I didn't.
They called me a ho.
I didn't.
Ho.
Listen, I didn't say.
And people are coming out. People. That's plural. That's plethora. That's many.
Also, what's up, Cadillac? Happy belated, dog. Did you say things are coming out?
Thank you. Someone fix his teleprompter, please.
Not teleprompter.
His scripts.
It's great, ain't it? Like how this is.
Roll back.
This is great. This is exactly what the pirate talk is about.
It's rolling back like Walmart prices right now. Yes, this is what pirate talk is all about. Absolutely.
But he wrote his script in crayon on construction paper. Fun facts for you. I didn't write my script at all. I planned on it.
But the fact that he uses crayons.
I got who doesn't?
Oh, you use color pencils.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like a good crayon? I have a whole coloring book here. Like I'm a grown ass kid, okay? But
do you color outside the lines or within the lines?
It depends on how lit I am.
Lit.
Because if I'm lit, you see them tequila bottles behind me, like bottles plural. Like he's lagging, I'm not lagging. Rolling like the net code, I'm.
You didn't drink those though. You poured it out for the homies, and then you put it on the bookshelf to make it seem like you get lit. But Roger is a square bear that sits in a square chair and probably is from Delaware.
If you hate my script and my puns, I also hate that pun you just did right there. A square bear in a square chair that sits his ass over there. That's crazy. Milani, don't.
And he says, were, and has no her.
You know, it's crazy. I planned on cutting my hair, and then it just time kind of got away from me.
Oh, so we hat fishing again, eh? Hatfish Chronicles, Volume 2. That's what we're doing, Roger.
No,
We
I don't know. I
we
think
lying to these people.
I hear my mom calling.
Yeah, here we go.
I hear my
She
mom
said,
calling.
Roger, stop lying.
Child. So BDSM.
Well, that's
Yes.
your segue? Okay. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm just, I'm curious.
Okay.
So how old were you when you discovered BDSM, and when was the first time that you tried it or tried to get into the the art of BDSM?
The lifestyle?
Yeah.
I was 34.
Okay. A beautiful
And
time to discover.
I discovered on accident. I
Okay.
was at a party with a friend. We had mobbed to Baltimore, and we were at like this 3-tower facility, and music's thumping. And I remember she asked me, make sure that you wear something sexy underneath. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like lingerie, like a sexy bra, panty, whatever the case is. And I'm like, ain't nobody see it. So I just wore whatever underneath. It was like a raggedy ass sports bra and some holy draws, right? Didn't care because I'm like, no one's going to see it. And so music's thumping, whatever the case is. 12:01. All right, y'all. Lights out. Lights go out. It then goes into glow in the dark. Glow sticks start popping. Pop, 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 pop. 3 stories, mind you. There's like 600 people in here, wall to wall.
Oh, shit.
And then they said, drop. Drop means you're close. And I see people. Some are naked. Some have only strappies. Some have lingerie, negligees. And I'm just looking like, okay, cool. I'm like the only fully clothed person except for the bartenders and security. And this one dude that has his little strappies and his whistle, you could tell he's on Fizz. If you don't know what Fizz is, it's ecstasy. And he said, get naked. And I said, I know you're not talking to me. He said, get naked, bitch. And I hemmed him up. My homegirl grabs me. She said, no, that's why I told you to wear something sexy. You have to take your clothes off. And I said, what kind of place is this? And he said, didn't you know that this is Orgy Field? The place was called Orgy Field. He said, you didn't notice all the doors? I said, I didn't know what those doors were. I didn't know that we were at Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory. I didn't know what was happening. I just know that Veruca Salt was going to come out one of these doors. Wasn't the case. So if the doors are wide open, that means anyone's able to come in, anyone's able to come out. You can do whatever you want. If the door is cracked, that means that you can come in and watch, but please don't make a sound. If the door is closed, that means you're able to come in and out, but they want their privacy. If the door is locked, that means do not enter. And they're just exchanging. It's one after another, clockwork. And I'm just like, so the main host with a microphone was like, bitch, get fucking naked or get the fuck out. And I said, well, it's been real, y'all. I gotta go. And I got the fuck out of there. And I'm like, what is this world? What did you bring me into? And she was like, I thought it would be fun and, something adventurous. You got to warn a person before you introduce them to a world. Like, this is a whole different world. Mind you, there are politicians in here. You have uh, secret agents. You have FBI, DEA. You have ball players. You have celebrities, singers, dancers. Whole different world. All involved. It goes down in DC. And I did not believe people until I saw it firsthand for myself. And they have these almost like basement facilities, like the regular buildings up top, but down in the basement, that's where it all goes down. Almost like a rave cave.
Yeah.
And then I was like, And I'm like, what is this called again? And she's like, it's called BDSM. There's all kinds of stuff that you can get into. And I just started reading on it. Like, oh, okay. So there's this. Oh, dominatrix. Oh, submissive. Oh, a pet. Oh, a rigger. And I just went down the list. Just went down the list and just tried it all to see what I was into. And I'm a hardcore brat and I'm proud. Bratty as shit. Dom world, because I'm a switch. That means that I can be a Dom and I can be a sub at the same time. Now, you cannot confuse submissive BDSM with submissive with your husband. Two completely different things. But in this instance, I'm a switch. I'm a switch and I'm a brat. And I'm proud.
What does it mean to be a brat? Can you break that down?
Stubborn as shit. Stubborn as shit. Like, you can tell me to go left, I go right. It's literally like a little girl. Don't do that. Don't touch that. I'm gonna touch it. I'm touching it. It literally is a little girl, and that's exactly what I am.
Okay.
Like, didn't I tell you to shut up? No, I'm not gonna shut up. And you could be choking the shit out of me. I'm like, I'm not gonna shut up, but I'm enjoying it at the same time. It's really on some psychopath shit. But...
No, it just sounds like on some like you gotta think like opposite day. Like,
it really is like opposite day.
Like
I can ask you, Roger, Burger King or Taco Bell, and you're gonna be like Taco Bell, and I'm like, okay, Pizza Hut.
Yeah, like you literally have to think with a different mindset when you're in that zone. But it sounds like this is just part of your personality too, like being a brat. Like it was a natural thing to kind of discover. And it's interesting how who we are, we don't realize who we are until we get put into a certain situation or we discover something. Be like, damn, I've been like that all my life.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
I am very alpha woman.
Okay.
100%. But with the right person, I could be a sub all day. But again, it's the right person. And I have to obey as a sub. It's not off of your terms, it's off of my terms.
Okay.
But I haven't been able to find that. If I can control you, I want nothing to do with you. And I don't mean control as in telling you what to do. It's more so, it kind of is. It's like bossing you around. If I can boss you around, I want nothing to do with you. I want a man that could stand his ground and be like, yo, shut up. I'm speaking. I'm like, okay.
It's an energy.
It's an energy
that you're looking for.
I'm still who I am. You are still who you are. You're the man. I'm the woman. But the authoritativeness is what I look for. I want someone to be able to reel me back in whenever I'm out of control. And that's the difference. Is I'm free to do whatever it is that I want to do, but you can also reel me back in when I've lost my way. That's what it is that I need. If not, my brat-like behavior, it runs amok. I can run amok.
I can believe it, because like I said, it's who you've always been.
Yeah.
And then it kind of falls into I seen a video. think it was from the Breakfast Club. I can't remember who it was that said this, but the young lady was like, "If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you
Josiah.
can't, thank you. If you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me
You
what
can't
to
tell me
do."
what to do. I told
And
that to my ex, and he was like, and I said, it's true. If you really, like, a lot of people don't understand that concept, but it's so true. If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
and it's such a simple concept, but
It is.
it kind of yo with Toza, appreciate the biddies, fam. Welcome
Absolutely.
in. It just um it, relationships aren't tricky. They're pretty more simple than what people make them out to be. We make them complicated. You
Yes.
know whether you feeling this person or not. It may take you a minute. You might have to discover a little bit more about them. But once you feel that vibe, it's either gonna work or it's not, in my opinion. Now, other relationships, maybe other circumstances added in. Like I said, we can change the dynamic of a relationship really quickly. But initially, in the beginning, certain things you may be able to vibe out a little bit quicker, but we might change that in our head. Be like, nah, that wasn't a red flag. Nah, that was a yellow flag. Let's go ahead, keep going.
It was definitely red. It was so red it was bleeding.
Oh shit.
We choose to avoid the signs because we don't want to start over.
Mm.
That's the bottom line. You know you want to marry this woman within the first 6 months. Why does it take an individual 7 years? I hate the excuse of, I'm just trying to save up my money and I'm not ready yet. Okay. So why don't you break up with the person? Live your life until you're ready. Why do people hop in these relationships knowing damn well they don't want to be tied down and still cheat on the other individual, causing them emotional stress and pain? Why? Because those people are selfish. They want to be able to do whatever it is that they can and come home to whoever they want to come home to at night. That is a selfish individual. You think I'm going to marry you? I'm going to pay attention to how you move before we ever consider dating,
Mm.
because that's going to tell me a lot about you. How you treat your friends is pivotal for me. So that's exactly how we're going to start off. We're going to start off on the friendship level. I want people to stop dating off rip.
Okay.
Just because you meet a person don't mean you have to date them. You can be interested in them, get to know them, build the foundation. When you build a house, you don't start off in the fucking bathroom. You built the foundation. You have to have some type of something to build on first. Then you build the walls. Then you build the doors. Then you build the windows. Then you build the rooms and the bedrooms and the bathrooms and the kitchens. That's how you build a house. That's the same way the relationship should be built too. That's how me and my ex, we've known each other for 17 years. And we are still friends, best friends to this day, because we started off with a friendship. And we had a mutual agreement with each other. If all else fails, we are still friends. He still comes over to my house. I still watch his kids. He spends time with my mom because my mom has a medical condition. I go to New York and spend time with his mom because she has a medical condition. We are still there for each other. That's what friendships are about. A lot of people hate their exes because they had no solid foundation. That's why people are able to stay together through the worst times of their life to the best times of their life, because they had a solid foundation. Look at Cadillac and look at Danny Mo. They started off as friends and built it that way. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how you get longevity in these relationships. People grow apart. That's true. But that's because they decided not to communicate with each other. They didn't want to understand each other. They felt that the grass was greener. That's how relationships break apart, because people stop talking. Ain't no way I'm going to stay in a relationship if I'm not satisfied.
Period.
Ain't no way I'm going to put up with your bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak up. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But people are holding on to people that are only supposed to be there temporarily. Stop holding on to dead leaves. They dead. Let them go. That's my concept on life. That's how I figure things out when it comes to these jobs. Just even when it comes to a lot of these jobs, don't let them put you through hell. They will put a now hiring sign the next day after you pass away.
That is a fact.
They don't care about you. They care about what that person can do for them. Who's the next person? Who's the next victim we can run over? So why are you going to put your life on the line for them? I left a 10.5-year career because I put my mental health first. Ain't no way you're going to talk to me like you crazy. Ain't no way.
No,
See you later.
Not the menace.
Nah.
Ain't no fucking way.
Nah.
Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, no, ain't no.
Let's go down.
You talk to your mama crazy. And I'll ask that person. I asked my boss that question the other day. I said, do you talk to your boss like this? Absolutely not. Then why are you talking to me like this? Do you talk to a line level like this? Why are you talking to me like this? What makes me different from everybody else? You're supposed to have thicker skin. No, I'm a human being. I bleed the same way you do. So if you think for 1 second that I'm going to allow your bullshit, you got another thing coming. Do me a favor. Go talk to your wife like that. Let me see how long you're going to be sleeping on that couch. 2, 3, 4 weeks? Probably. Disrespect will not be tolerated. If you're mad, that's fine. Say you're mad. But you're not going to disrespect me. Now, I think that's also what's wrong with these Twitch streets. People are so quick to disrespect people for no damn reason. Let people be people. Let them do what they do. Leave them alone. If they ain't for you, leave them alone. They already showed you their true colors. If they want to talk shit, let them. Ain't no way I'm going to let a hater get extra minutes off of my platform, off of what I built with my hard-earned time and money, building what it is that I have. Why would I give you a platform? Let people be people. Let them go. That's my rant.
No, that kind of goes into my next question because,
Okay.
as you know, we're on Twitch, the Big Purple app, and you've been able to find yourself in so many different and diverse communities, full of individuals from like around the world. For a streamer who may have lost their way, for a streamer who doesn't have a direction, for a streamer that's getting into streaming and wants to, you know what I'm saying, continue to dive deep in themselves and create content and also create a community, what's the biggest piece of advice you would give to a streamer who's trying to not only discover themselves but discover a community that also is on the same page with them?
One, be yourself.
Mhm.
Because no one likes a lying streamer. And that's hard to keep up with too. It's hard to keep up with lies. Be yourself. Have fun. That's the most important piece right there. And baby steps. Just because you see a person with 2,000 followers on Twitch does not mean that they're successful. Take advice from people with a grain of salt. Not everybody's advice is needed, warranted, or even useful for you. The one thing that I learned about building my stream is making sure that I was in the right headspace. That was the most important thing. I started my streaming career in 2020 in the height of the pandemic. After the pandemic hit, I lost my grandfather. After I lost my grandfather, I was hospitalized. After I was hospitalized, I got hospitalized again, got into a really bad accident, got hospitalized again. Then I found that I have congestive heart failure and I was given a time frame. Imagine given a time frame on your life. Your life expectancy is 4 to 6 years. Have a great day. Well, Jesus, what do I do now? You live life to the fullest. All right. How do I do that? Don't hold back. All right. It's like you have to have this conversation with yourself. I've had a lot of conversations with myself. I want to be real with myself. What are the reasons why your health has depleted the way that it has? I put other people before me. I put my job before myself. I put people before myself. I put my health before myself. How do you fix it? Okay, I'm going to take a step back for a while. And that's exactly what I did. I took a step back. I realized, because, people are quick to say that they're content creators. Mm-hmm. If you were to ask a person, what is a content creator? They're going to say, I come up with my own material. No, you don't. You don't come up with your own material because 90% of the material that is circulating in this world right now has been recycled in some way, shape, or form. I'm just being honest. In order to create something, that means that no one has ever done it. Duplicated, authentic, not autistic, holy crap. It's authentic, it's unique, unheard of, are the terms that people should be using. But you're not creating anything because it has been used before. I will always use the title, I know I'm a streamer, because that's exactly what I'm doing. But I label myself as a conversationalist streamer. I have conversations with my community or other communities that help create things, topics that need to be said or talked about in the world.
Okay.
That's the difference. That's me. Other people will call and label themselves as content creators. There's nothing wrong with it. But I just want people to really dissect what a content creator really is. And then go back and look at how many content creators there are. If there's 8 million content creators, what the fuck are y'all creating? Chaos? Disorganization? And people are stealing from people, but is it really stolen? Did you copyright it? How are you ever going to be upset that a person is copying from you when you didn't copyright it? If you truly created it. But I guarantee you, just like a lot of these songs, they were copied and just reformatted. So that's his own little hot pocket right there. But when it comes to a young streamer, just do what it is that you feel like doing. Do not play games that people want you to play. Don't watch things that people want you to watch. You do what you feel like doing. And I think that's what happened with a lot of streamers, especially partners, that played games that made them popular. Mm-hmm. And then once they got to that level that they wanted to be on, they went backwards. I got to the level, but now I want to play Cuphead. The minute they played Cuphead, they went from 100 average viewers to 5. Because they were playing games that the people wanted them to play, not necessarily what you wanted to play. And I think a lot of people get lost behind that. It's easy to get lost into that shuffle because the only thing that you're focused on is being a partner. And because you see so-and-so and such and such, oh, all my friends are able to get there, but I'm not there yet. One foot in front of the other. I know plenty of content creators and streamers that have been in the game for 6, 7, 8 years. And on their 8th year is when they finally got to that next level. Just take your time and have fun and build. Start from a Switch, then go to a PS4, then go to a PS5, then convert to a PC, then buy 2 monitors, then go to 3, then go to 4. Get your Go XLR, get the HyperX microphone, upgrade that. Baby steps. And ask your community to help. There's nothing. What is wrong with saying, "Hey, here's a donation bar"? If you feel like donating, great. If you can't, I totally understand. I'm just glad that you're here. What's wrong with that? Nothing. There's nothing wrong. What's the difference between asking for a sub, asking for bits, and asking for a donation? It's just another opportunity for a person to help you. There's a difference between asking and begging.
That's true.
So if you can't necessarily afford it, just put it up there. What's the harm in just saying, "Here's my donation link," and put it on a timer for every 20 minutes to circulate through your chat? One day someone's going to click on it and bless you. Now, if it's rolling every minute and you and people's whispers talking about donate now, as if you're an auctioneer, yeah, that's a problem. But there's nothing wrong with just sticking it up there and saying, "Hey, I need help." I think that's the difference between a lot of these little streamers. And bigger streamers need to help little streamers get to that affiliate. We all know what it's like being a non-affiliate.
Man.
So we need to stop. And I'm sorry to say this, I don't mean to offend anyone. We need to stop boosting people that are already boosted. If you see that your homegirl is streaming and she got 230 viewers, do she need your 11? Do they really need that 11 viewers? Or can you help out that non-affiliate that's sitting on 45 followers, only 5 followers away, and just needs one more extra viewer in order to get affiliate and start making money? That's how you can also build a community.
This is true.
By going to a small streamer and helping them out. And stop telling people that you're helping them. If you're going to help a person, just do it on your own accord. Don't say, "Hey, I see that you were struggling to make affiliate, so I thought I would throw you a bone and send you this raid, but don't forget to return the favor by raiding me every once in a while." Man, that's so backhanded.
Golly.
If you don't help a person, you help them. You don't walk up to a homeless person saying, "Hey, I see you're down on your luck, and here's $50, but don't forget to vote for me."
Well, you know,
What?
it's crazy.
If you don't help me, help me.
Seeing those videos, cringe. I just never really liked it. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Also, Swerve said, "Let her cook." And also, Milani, I appreciate the lurk. She gave us the biggest compliment, and I'm gonna scroll up and read it to you in a second.
Oh, did she?
She gave us a great compliment. Milani said, "I'm not a huge podcast person, but I'm hella enjoying this. Lala is a great first person for this too." Yeah. And Dana said the same thing. Dana said, "Perfect first guest."
Oh, I think because our flow is so natural too.
Yeah.
I think that that's important in a podcast. I don't even see this as I thought it was an interview.
I've asked questions.
I have answers. When we get into the nasty stuff, no, let me stop.
Touched on it a little bit here and there, you know.
It was more like a ting.
You know, you just put your thumb on it, you know, like, you know.
Yo, we're not doing this again, Roger. I'm Fighting. Thumbs, man.
Just just.
But it's true.
Knocked on the door.
You help young, not young, because somebody. Shut up, Lala. You help smaller streamers. You build communities off of going to other communities and introducing yourself. And I was just telling Roger this. I went from 300 and something followers to 566 in a month and a half. All because I went into someone else's community and said, "Hi, I'm Lala. I'm a variety streamer. I appreciate the vibes. I got to know people. I went to their streams. I followed them. They followed me. And we support each other." Especially being a group of melanated individuals. We cannot sit back and complain about not helping other people when we don't help them ourselves. Should I repeat it?
Yes.
In order for people to help you, you have to help them. I will always use the saying, help me help you. We can help each other. There's nothing wrong with uplifting each other. Stop talking about each other and help each other. If you see a person have bad audio, slide them a message, slide them a DM. Hey, your audio is echoing. If they have a bad background, I know I got a box behind me. You gotta tell me. I know I got a box behind me. It's okay to tell somebody, hey, your video quality is a little off. But I'm very experienced when it comes to cams. Let me help you select one that I feel will be a better quality of your computer. Hey, I see that your stream is lagging a little bit. It might be your internet bit rate. Maybe try decreasing your bit rate a little bit or decreasing your stream quality in order for you to get a better product. What's wrong with us helping each other? Stop. What is the term? Gatekeeping?
Mm.
Why are we holding information that we have? That's why I have the stream that I have. I don't gatekeep. I tell you whatever knowledge it is that I have. That's why I sit around and I talk with people. I will help you with your credit. I can help you with laws. I can help you with your terrible boyfriend that you should have dismissed a whole long time ago. I can help you with that terrible coochie order that you have. I can help you with the stinkiness that's under your fupa. I can help you. But in order for me to help you, I need to know that you need help in the first place. So it starts with opening up your mouth and saying, I need help. He's laughing because I was talking about the fupa.
It was the one before the fupa.
Oh, your coochies? Oh, your bad coochies?
I
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset. We know the song.
You just tried to slide that on in there like it was.
Oh, okay. Thumbs. We even. I will always tell someone if they streaming shitty. I mean, I can look at my shit and be like, "Oh, my shit is shitty." Yeah, I'm gonna rate out. Or I'll say during my stream, "I'm sorry, chat. I'm not going to post this VOD because I'm struggling like a black man in the middle of Alabama." That's my internet. I can see it. You gotta tell me I already know, man. But there's nothing wrong with. I think I was robotic one day in my stream, and no one told me until like an hour and a half in, and they said, "Oh, we thought that's what you wanted."
Golly.
I'm watching my numbers go down. Like they'll come and say hi, and then they won't say hi no more, and I'm like, okay, it's like, is my verification messed up? I know some people can talk, some people can't. This is weird. And I'm just watching it. And I'm like, and then I said, is something wrong? And I unplugged my mic and plugged it back in. They're like, oh, now we can hear you. You don't sound like a robot. What? I sound like a robot this whole time. You're going to let me sit here and sound like a robot this whole time? Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted. I wanted to kick him in his teeth. I wanted to kick him in his teeth.
They thought you had the Go XLR, plugged in and you had a filter on, huh? It's like it's robot day. Lala the robot. That's what we're getting.
I wanted to throw my whole computer. I wanted to throw my whole computer. Do you mind if we take a break for a couple minutes?
Yeah, we can. One thing I did want to let you know is that we're actually close to wrapping it up.
Wrapping?
Yeah.
So no.
So we can. I mean, we can take a break. Yeah, we can take a break.
No. You're fine. If we're about to wrap up, so no nasty.
No
nasty questions.
I mean,
no.
Not off the top of my head.
Vanilla.
And I actually tested out as a Switch. Mm-hmm. We was in Discord one day, and I forgot how we discovered the test, but we did. It's a very detailed test. Asking us different questions and shit. But I think it was a BD. Was it a BDSM test?
Yes.
BDSM test.
There's the short and there's the long.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard.
You heard, yeah. Sure. What's up, Scoop Zero? What's good, homie? That was a long time ago. It was around the time I first created my Discord. And we were hanging. It was like late night. I forgot how the topic even came up. We took a BDSM test. I found out I was like a 98% switch, and I was like, you know what? That kind of makes sense because how I am with power is that I can play. I feel like I'm more so on the like it's probably a 65 what's that 65 35 split on it, but I don't mind my woman taking charge. I don't mind it at all. If it's just me
taking charge.
no
Okay.
no not you writing this shit down.
I'm right.
I yeah, but it's just like, you know, this is my woman. You know, this is the woman, not even my woman. This is the woman I'm dealing with. This woman I'm conversing with, kicking it, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Doing all the things that we be doing and shit like that. There's nothing wrong with her saying, "Hey, you know, it's that time." Because I love feeling like I'm attractive too. Like if is it just me on you consistently? I'm like, damn. Does she really like? I mean, of course, you know she got to, but then I'm gonna start going into my whole mindset like, damn, does she find me attractive if she don't say, hey, let me sit on that park bench you got over there? Like, you know, like just you know, there's stuff that we can do to bring, you know what I'm saying, a level playing field. And so for that, I'm like, okay, I don't mind exchanging power. It would be more boring if I had all the power all the fucking time. Now, when shit's going down, oh, I'm taking command. And it's not gonna be a thing where I'm taking command and I'm trying to control you. I'm taking command because, hey, I'm moving quick. This don't look right. I don't feel it. I care about you. One, let's go this way. Let's go that way. Let's avoid this situation. Let's not deal with this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? To that aspect, I'll take full control. But it's not something I've never been a person who had to say she doesn't let me take control or she's not submissive to me. I've never had that issue before. And I feel like it's based off of trust. Of the trust that I build with that person. It throws me off when I do see those conversations on Twitter. Because you know, on Twitter there's usually a conversation about submission. Someone's gonna ask, you know, what's your favorite anime intro, and it's gonna be a reactor tweet or whatever for reactions, and they're not gonna respond to any of those tweets, and then you're gonna see it's just a cycle. It's a vicious cycle of shit that we've seen for the last 10 years.
I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna nip that in the bud right now.
Go ahead. Hi, Jeannie. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Men need to stop looking for women to be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
Women, we have to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
with our lives, with our bodies, with our minds in order for us to submit to you.
Mhm.
That's why I was saying there's a difference between being a sub and BDSM world and being submissive to your husband.
Mhm.
And a lot of these boyfriends want the husband submission, and that's not how it works.
Mhm.
I'm not going to submit to my boyfriend. I'll give you what you want. I'm not submitting to you. I told you before, I submit receipts, I submit tax returns. I'm not submitting to a boyfriend. That's it.
Mhm.
And if you want my trust, you got to earn it. Because a lot of the way that this world is working right now, none of these dudes deserve my love based off of their actions and how they move. I told you I'll watch how you are a friend to a person first
Mhm.
before even ever thinking about pursuing you. I will watch how you move. I'll watch how you treat me, how you talk to me, how you handle me. Yeah, everyone goes through those tests before I say, you know what, I think I want to consider dating you. We got to date as friends first before I can even entertain the next step. People skip steps, is the problem. They'll go from one to another and expect and have a high expectancy of things. I want you to submit to me. Who the fuck are you? Do you know what it takes to be submissive? Have you even read that portion of the Bible? Are you even religious? Do we even
Mm.
have the same understanding of each other? How do you pray? I want to know how you pray. How do you pray for your food? How do you pray for your family? How do you pray for me? How do you pray for your body? How do you pray for your mind? I need to know these things. How do you spend your money? Are you frivolous? Do you not give a shit? Do you care more about Gucci belts and Jordans?
Mhm.
Do you even have a savings account? Is your left and right pockets your checking and your savings account? Is that how you have transactions? Is through your pockets? Or do you have an IRA? Do you have a 401k? Do you know what an interest bearing account is? Do you even have land? Have you ever thought about buying land? Do you want to buy a house? Do you already own a house? I need to know these things because I have a future to build. If you have none of this, if you have a Lamborghini and you driving up into a 2-bedroom apartment, don't talk to me. I'd rather you have a 1996 Honda Civic hatchback and pull up into a fucking house. That lets me know that your priorities are straight, that you're not into materialistic things and objects, that you're not worried about what people are thinking about, that you have goals, aspirations. There's levels. You're building an empire. Instead, these people are building backwards. They're digging into a hole. They got 300 pairs of shoes and Gucci belts, Prada purses, all kinds of materialistic shit. You die. What happens to your stuff? It goes to Goodwill. No value. There's zero value. You can't take the shit with you. For what? My house, my accounts will all go to my family, distributed however I see fit. That creates generational wealth. That's how people have sick and twisted minds. That's why this world is fucked up to this day.
Hey, I
It
heard
has
her.
it. Listen, we are black people, right? And things have been stolen from us. Black Wall Street Massacre. Read it if you don't know what it is. 1933. Understand what 1865 means. June 19th. Learn where our wealth comes from. Don't let nobody tell you that Egyptians ain't black. Understand why we actually have crowns, why we call ourselves kings and queens. Do your own research. Stop listening to people tell you bullshit. Read it for yourself.
Yeah, I heard her, man. Lala, I ain't gonna hold you much longer because my little alarm went off. A little alarm went off. It was like, hey yo,
Oh,
hey
the
yo.
bitch is talking a lot. Get her off.
No,
That
no, no,
alarm.
no, 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 no. That couldn't exist. That couldn't exist because there's no
Sure.
way. There's no way this show, our first show, our debut show, wouldn't have hit like this if it wasn't for you. You know me. We can sit here and literally talk the whole damn day, and we're actually
True.
due for that one of these days. We're going to sit down and chat it up, because it's just life be lifing.
Yeah.
And I'm very first off very happy to see you back in these Twitch streets and in
Thank
full
you.
force. I'm loving
Thank you.
when I did come by, I seen that you had a community of like you know what I loved when what I love just about and just Twitch in general, when I
Mhm.
come to somebody's stream or I've taken a break, I come back to someone's stream and I see new people that I've never heard of before, and they're a VIP or they're a
Yeah.
mod or they're this or they're that. That lets me know that this streamer here is growing, and not only growing, but growing their way, but growing in the right direction to where you're meeting new people.
Yeah.
You're having people that you may not. You have people come in here in my stream today that I've never seen their name before, but
Mhm.
they pulled up because how great of a person you are. So let me thank you for being a part of the show. Second, bringing your community in and your community coming through and vibing with mine and asking
Yeah.
questions, and I'm looking at this chat literally the whole time, and I'm seeing the interactions, and I absolutely appreciate y'all and love y'all for that shit. We are gonna wrap it up because I do not want to hold Lala much longer. Lala, is there anything that you would like the viewers, anybody who's never been to a Lala stream, that doesn't know you as a person, that hasn't been already said, is there anything about you that you would like to leave before we wrap it up?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, I'm not calm like this in my streams. My streams are 21 plus, triple X rated, very adult content. I'm a nasty, okay?
Uh-huh.
We're just gonna put that out there. I'm a
Uh-huh.
nasty,
Uh-huh.
and my stream is very controversial, but we're hype, we're lit, and we are all about having fun. If anyone comes to my stream expecting excellent gameplay, you came to the wrong stream. Go to Emong, go to Ninja, go to J7, holla at them. That's excellent gameplay. For me, you get a person that can't see, can't shoot, uh, cusses a lot, and probably talks about PPs and badges. So if you're looking for a McNasty stream, wear headphones. That's mandatory in my stream, because if your boss walks by and I say something about cummies on my face and you get a look, I'm not responsible because I warned you. But thank you, Roger, so much for even considering me being a part of your show. Thank you for allowing me to be who I am. Thank you for uh, even allowing me to be amongst your presence and with your community. And thank you for being the amazing individual that you are. And thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend. I know you wasn't gonna sing, but I will. Hey, that's the show, man. Lala, is there anybody you would like us to raid?
Oh, uh, let's see who's in these streets. You know what? Yes. There is a young lady. She's the love of my life. She's also a Sagittarius. I said it, Sagittarius. She is Puerto Riqueña. She has a thick accent, and I love her. Her name is Alani89.
Okay.
If we can rate her, ALLANY 89. She's playing Call of Duty. And I love her to pieces.
Yo, Scorpius, appreciate you being here, bro. Can you type their name out in chat?
Yes. Um, do I need to do the twitch.com/?
Thank you, Candy. Thank you for being here. Yeah, that's love. That's love right there. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Guava, Scorpius, Zeus, Black, Watoza, Dana, Genie, for all being here. For everybody that's in here. Momo Chan, I appreciate you. Scoob
That's my boo.
Zero, thank you for sliding through. And everybody that slid and hang out. If you learned anything new about either of us, please be sure to check out Lala and continue to check out Lala. I'm looking forward to seeing her continue to grow and just be her natural born bratty self. So
Hey, yo.
without
Don't be telling
being
people that.
said,
I need them to know that I'm a thug.
also shout outs to our partners, our affiliates. First off, Taryn made. I don't know if y'all seen it back here, but I have Taryn made something tropical playing in the back, making my room smell all. Oh my god. Okay. And then shout outs to Nat and Key Customs for the shirt. We got our merch. This is our first merch ever. Okay, they're doing a great fucking job, and we got these joints in white, and I believe we got them in black as well. We're going to raid Lala's homie over here. If y'all can, I need to, you know what? Ooh, can a mod send me a message to make a raid message specifically for the talk show? Yes. Yeah, I may not need someone to remind me because it's right here on my little noggin right here. Okay. We're going to raid out. Any future guests have a high standard to match here. Listen, I'm just looking forward to these type of conversations. I know we didn't get to the nasty, but we did learn a lot today about Lala. Lala is a mod here as well. And as y'all see her name in the chat, if you never got the chance to get to know Lala, I hope you did today. I will be posting this video on YouTube. I'm debating on posting it on Twitch. I may just keep this if you were here for it, you were here for it. If you missed it, you may have to just go to YouTube and check out the video because that's the next platform I do want to build up. But I am in debate about it. I'll probably take a nap on it, to be honest with you. Thank you, the Menace, for a tier 2 16 months.
Oh gosh.
Was the next ones steady? We are aiming for, so I know I want to do 2 shows a month. Just to kind of give our give us ourselves a chance to study on the people that we're going to bring onto the show, and then just kind of my pacing in general. I'm learning my pace is not fast, it's more direct. That's why it took so long to get to this talk show in the first place. It's because my process is just studying and building and just making sure that when I do it, I'm gonna do it the way I want to and do it the right way. I know there is no right or wrong way, but for me, there's a right way to do some shit, and I try to make sure that I bring that energy. Also, what the fuck? I look away for 1 second. Witcher, then you get 1,000 biddies, and what tells it with the get.
Oh god. He's crying.
Aye, to the Wiz Gamma. Y'all just being here. Witcher, thank you for the gifted to keys. Lala, thank you for the bitties. Oh, and the resub. Yeah, okay.
Roger,
hold on. You knew I was like this. Why'd you do this? Why you knew I was gonna do this? Okay. Sounded like E40. Wow. 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 Black, thank you for the gifted sub. Wow. I'm breaking. Thank you for giving that to Zai. Candy, Scoob, you just got me. Candy. Just like candy. Oh my god. Thank you for the biddies. Sorry, not sorry. So steady, if you still here. The next date, I'm getting it confirmed, but the next date that I had for the next talk show, and I'm also, if you're in the Discord or you want to join the Discord, !Discord, from a mod in the chat. The next date we was looking at for the next show. Hold on, I gotta scroll up a little bit.
Did I not spell it
right? For Discord or for?
Yeah. Oh, someone already did it. I bet.
So the next show would be May 13th. That's the date we're looking at. I will confirm it with the guests. Of course, I'm gonna keep the guests quiet. You gotta be here to see the guests. You gotta be here because it's gonna be some guests. Like I said, you may have seen in my stream, or you may not have never even heard of a day in your life, and that's gonna be the really fun part. That's what I love about networking, introducing people to people who may have never even heard of, but are equally as great. Or it's just fun. Networking is fun. I don't know how people don't have fun networking. But hold on, yeah. So May 13th is the day we're looking at. Who would possibly be the next guest? I'm keeping that. I'm holding that. Oh, I see what happened. Black beat you to it.
Yeah, no big deal.
Black beat you to it.
Black and Thieves boo. Black and Thieves boo.
Hold on. Okay. I don't know. Will the hype train keep me from raiding out? Like, I think it will. No.
The hype train has to end before you can raid out.
I remember specifically when. I remember when.
SCFG.
I remember when specifically a curly haired, green-eyed streamer that I know tried to raid out and it got interrupted by a hype train. So I don't know if I saw that from Kidder.
Specifically, are we talking about like Indian Ocean or Atlantic Ocean? If we're Pacifically, we might be Atlantically as well.
What's up, CFG? What's good? Oh, yeah, that's good. Maybe Atlantic. I've never been down there. Would like to go to Atlantic one time. I heard it's got some good food. Ain't Atlantic is in Georgia, right? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to slide down onto that end. They have some great food. Just gotta watch for the scams. That's about it.
Of course, people that live in misery would say some stuff like that.
Hold on. I gotta. What? Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I said it.
Pink
made a song about where you're at. Oh, misery. Yeah.
You getting cooked? Do I taste good? That's the important part. That's the important part. If I'm getting cooked, I want to make sure that I'm that when you take that bite, I'm hitting right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just all in you. No.
You ain't got to.
Hey Dana, why you? Dana, why you so quick with it? Why? What did y'all want to? Y'all wanted an all day stream. Do y'all think someone requested 12 hours? Did they say a 12-hour podcast? That's crazy.
That was before you said the bullshit that you just said. That was pure fuckery. Wow. Is this how we close in the credits, Roger? This is how we're closing the credits. This is how.
Absolutely are. We absolutely are. This channel has follower or subscriber only.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
No, we ain't doing that. No, we can't do follower only. What about Kel's dad?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, O is probably the wrong word, but he just literally pulled up on me not too long ago. So I would love to rate Kel's dad.
Yeah,
too,
he
if
sure
they have-
did.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Yeah. So Kel's dad, okay. And then this individual you sent me earlier, I will still pop in and show some love.
Yeah, I love her to pieces, but I love Kel's dad too. So
There we go.
I always have a backup to the backup. Back it up on the backup.
I felt that. Yeah, I could grab one of the raid messages. Please be sure to grab it. Lala, thank you for being here.
It was a
We
pleasure.
are going to raid out. I didn't copy literally everything in the chat. Golly. Why? My raid message is gonna be everything. Like Kel's dad's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, what is this paragraph, Roger? What is this paragraph? Why does this paragraph have this channel has follower? I don't have follower or subscriber. Like, it's gonna be a whole fucking thing. Thank y'all for being.
Why did Dana mention thumbs?
Yeah, like what is thumbs? What are they talking about? Job be easy. Y'all have a great night, man. Thank you for being here, Lala. Thank y'all for being here, chat. Y'all show Kel's dad some love. This is first episode of the Pirate Talk. We out of here. Please enjoy the tunes created by my homeboy Akita Keys. Hold on. And we go. Bye.